Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Welcome to Game Time with Hubb, your all-access pass to the hottest stories in football, basketball, boxing, and wrestling. Whether it's game-winning touchdowns, buzzer beaters, knockout punches, or jaw-dropping suplexes, we've got it all covered. He's your host, Hubb.
What's up, everybody, man? It is Sunday, February 16th, 2025, and we got a lot to unpack today. Super Bowl recap. We got that on deck for the day. We got, All-Star weekend for NBA, and we're going to talk a little bit about boxing, man. We had a big fight on Friday. But first up, man, let's take out the main part of the show. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl recap. We're going to talk a little NFL for a hot second. So, listen, last Sunday, that game was, it was a domination, man. The Eagles, man, they didn't just win. They dominated. They secured a commanding 40-22 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, cementing their legacy in NFL history. Now, in that score, it didn't dictate the game like that because it was a beating. You're looking at that 40-22, like, oh, they ain't lost by like 18 points. Nah, bro. It was a beatdown, man. The touchdowns from the Chiefs came in garbage time, man. So that's what we got to look at too. So from the jump of the game, from the jump, Jalen Hurts, man, he put on a clinic. That brother was calm, cool, collected. He was accurate. He threw for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then he ran for 72 yards, and he had a touchdown on the ground. That man was unshakable, man. He looked like he was a man on a mission, throughout the whole game. He was poised. He picked apart the Chiefs' defense. He led his team in victory and style. He earned himself Super Bowl MVP honors in the process. Jalen Hurts has arrived, man, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that after I get through all this. The world took notice of that on Sunday night. But it wasn't just an offensive show. The Eagles defense, man, they came hunting. 6 sacks on Mahomes, multiple turnovers, relentless pressure. It was a nightmare for the Chiefs, who was chasing history with hopes of an NFL first ever three-peat. Shout out to rookie Cooper DeJean for Philadelphia. He made a statement on his 22nd birthday. Pick 6 of Mahomes, took it 38 yards to the house. Eagles fans were just going bananas all night. Meanwhile, for Patrick Mahomes, he known for pulling off miracles, man. That dude was shackled by this Eagles' brilliant defensive plan. Barely managing 33 yards passing in the first half. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio deserves a standing ovation. The way that he shut down the Chiefs' offense is something that, nobody was expecting to see. They dominated, man. And of course, after the game, Philly exploded, celebrations, everything. Even here, I'm in Delaware, and so this is still the area. It's still, Eagles country. I'm about 20 minutes away from Philadelphia. And after every touchdown on Sunday, it was fireworks going off left and right, man. At first I was like, oh, they let out fireworks. Then I put it together because every time the Eagles score, it was a different set of fireworks going off. I'm like, yo, they light no fireworks at every score. This is wild. But Philly had their parade on Friday. It looked lit, y'all. I know a lot of people that went out there. I was watching their stories on my timeline, on Facebook and Instagram. Looked like it was a good time. Of course, you had some people coming there with the riffraff, but all in all, overall, people came out. They had a good time. It was over 1 million fans out there. Howie Roseman got hit in the head with a beer can. He was bleeding. That was a little funny, but I guess you get a little battle score, in the name of victory out there. This Super Bowl, man, it was more than just a game, man. It was a statement. The Eagles, man, they got their revenge, man. They didn't just win. They dominated. They humiliated the Chiefs. Then they sent the message to the rest of the league, man. They letting everybody know, man, this is their time now, man. So we got the questions now, can the Eagles run it back? And I know with free agency and stuff like that, and I know they got a couple guys on free agency, most notably like Josh Sweat. guys who perform well in the playoffs and also in the Super Bowl, they gonna get a bag. So, can the Eagles retain these guys, or are they gonna be or they gonna be getting new homes to start off the 2025 season? And then look at the Chiefs over here. What's next for Mahomes and company? Travis Kelce, is he gonna retire? Is he gonna come back? As far as the Chiefs, will they be back? I still feel like the AFC runs through Kansas City. Then I don't see nobody over there that can actually beat them and knock them off. As far as Philly, hey, I don't see why they can't get back. I mean, you're gonna have a healthy San Francisco there. You're gonna have a healthy the Detroit Lions, and you're gonna have Washington Commanders right there. So it's gonna be tough for them too, especially when you're like the champs. Like you got a target on your back now, so everybody's gonna be coming for you. So we're gonna see, man. But to talk about Jalen Hurts, like I said, this man has arrived, and I have watched a lot of these sports shows this week. Some of these analysts were still giving him some slack, like they were still on him. I'm like, what more does this dude got to do, man? Like, yeah, like they had Saquon all year. Saquon was the missing piece of the puzzle. Saquon was a huge reason why they are champions and why they got to the Super Bowl. Eagles fans, Eagles in general, need to be thanking the Giants for dropping the ball on Saquon, for not believing in him, for not wanting to pay the man, for not wanting to keep the man. Like, the Giants should be the biggest fools of the entire season. Like, but when we talk about Jalen Hurts, man, look, what more does this dude got to do, man? Like, he went out there on Sunday. The Chiefs, Spags had a good game plan for Saquon Barkley. They shut him down. I think he only had like 57 yards. And they basically said Jalen Hurts beat us. And Jalen Hurts beat him. So my thing is, like, when his number was called, yeah, he went out there and he got it done. He carved up the Chiefs 21 yards, 72 yards rushing, like 3 touchdowns. What more you got to do? It's a lot of Jalen Hurts hate. Like, I like the dude coming out of the draft. I think it was the 2000 draft. Yeah, I think because I'm a Pats fan. New England has signed Cam Newton, and I was sitting there saying, look, we need to go get Jalen Hurts. That'd be perfect transition from Cam Newton to Jalen Hurts. Start installing them RPOs in the offense, this, that, and the other. We should be fine. Man, listen. He ended up going to Philadelphia, and I told Eagles fans on that draft night that, at that time they had Carson Wentz as their quarterback. And I was telling Eagles fans at that time, I said, listen, Carson Wentz can't afford to let that man get on the field, because if he gets on the field, he's not getting his job back. And Eagles fans, some of them Eagles fans looked at me like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't draft him like that. Listen, that's a different dude over there. Like, I go back to, it was a game when he was at Oklahoma. This dude was still in his pads and he was working out after the game, because I think they lost or something. He's in the weight room and everything. You know what I mean? Like, that goes to show me that, like, you want this so much. You just played a full game of football. Now you out here just like working out right after the game with your pads still on. Like, that showed me a lot, man. Like, and that's the whole thing. I'm like, yo, that dude's a dog. Like, I wanted him in New England so bad. But when I say this, man, people in the media, you gotta get his brother his credit, man, his dude, man. He has arrived, man. He is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Eagles fans, listen, I listen to your WIPs, listen to your 97.5s, from time to time. I've heard you guys bashing Hurts and all that stuff. I still see some things with him too, but end of the day, I'm not gonna say, oh, like, we should get rid of him. Like y'all should get rid of him. Like, you gotta start being more appreciative, man. I hope winning this year makes more of y'all more appreciative of what you have. Jalen Hurts is a darn good quarterback, man. Be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Now flip it over to Kansas City. Now, there was a lot of talk this week about Patrick Mahomes. Last week about Patrick Mahomes, and if they would have won, that would have made him the GOAT and things like that. I'm like, you know what, man? Look, he's only 8-year starter, and yeah, he has done a lot. And Patrick Mahomes I have never seen a quarterback do what Patrick Mahomes does. You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes is like a once in a lifetime type of talent. So, but when we look at like the whole GOAT status, I wouldn't even put him at GOAT. I'd just say, if they would have won, it'd have made his resume stronger. Like, does any of that, them losing on Sunday, does any of that like change my perspective of him? Nah. He had a bad game. And I gave my X factors before that game. And I said that Vic Fangio, one of the keys to the victory was to pressure Mahomes, make him uncomfortable, and not to blitz as often. They didn't blitz at all. They got the pressure with the front four. Any quarterback that is in that type of situation, it would have been the same outcome. Offensive line didn't hold up. Hey, that Philly front four was in there all night long creating havoc. If a quarterback can't get on his spot, if you knock him off his spot, if a quarterback can't get in rhythm, it's over. And that was Patrick Mahomes from the start of the game. They got him off his spot. He couldn't find his rhythm. He couldn't get nothing going. And I know people, if this quarterback, that quarterback, it don't matter. It could have been Brady, it could have been Montana. The way that Philadelphia defense was on Sunday night, it wouldn't have mattered at all. That's the part people got to realize. Go look at the All-22, and you'll see they were in every single play. That offensive line had no answers for that front four of Philadelphia. They was in there. Don't matter who you put back there. So my thing is they had a very bad game, offensively and defensively, except for shutting down the run. Like, they shut down Saquon, but they had a bad game as a whole, So, but people talk about the whole GOAT debate and saying that it's over. I'm not going to say that it's over. Patrick Mahomes is still one of the better quarterbacks. He's still the best quarterback in this era here. Tom Brady's the best quarterback in his era. He got Tom Brady's the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes, if you look at that first 7, 8 years, hey, look, Mahomes' stats a little bit better. He got more league MVPs. They both got the same amount of Super Bowls, and Pat Mahomes got more Super Bowl MVPs. So you could still have your argument, but I would say still just table it. Because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know next season. They very well could come back, be back in the Super Bowl, then win another one. Then everybody's going to start to spark up the whole GOAT debate again. Oh, yeah, da-da-da-da. And I know there's one particular fan base in general that was very excited because the Chiefs lost, which is my fellow New England Patriots fan base. Like, my thing is, guys, let it go. Like, it's cool that somebody else can be great as well. Nobody's taking nothing from Tom Brady. There's no disrespect to Tom Brady. If anything, it is a compliment to Brady that they're comparing somebody to him. And I know it's like, he just retired not too long ago, and you feel like, listen, there's always going to be somebody better. Now, it's still people that say Joe Montana's still the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But this GOAT conversation is always going to take place. Mahomes still got a lot of football left to play. You know what I mean? So, we don't know. So let everything be, man. Let Mahomes be great, man. And I know you guys are partying like you guys want. Like, look, and the reality of things, we picking fourth in the draft this year. We got a whole lot more issues than to worry about what Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are doing. Like, let's be real. And they get in certain debates, and I heard Donnie Wahlberg was like, Mahomes lost to Brady twice. Well, guess who Brady lost twice to? Eli Manning. It had no business losing to Eli Manning twice. And, okay, the second time you could say that was a little, you know what I mean? You could have a little argument the second time because, look, our secondary was banged up. Gronk was injured, a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But that first one, that undefeated season, I don't care. The Chiefs get blown out by 100. That undefeated season still hurt. And that right there ain't going to go nowhere. New England was a 13.5-point favorite over the New York Giants that year, and they lost. So I don't want to hear about, he lost to Brady twice. Brady lost to Eli twice. Brady lost to Nick Foles. If I want to look at caliber of quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes lost to better caliber quarterbacks than Tom Brady. But when you say that, a lot of Patriots fans will say, well, he wasn't playing defense. Neither is Mahomes. So you can't have the same argument twice. And I'm a Pats fan. But the difference is I'm not biased at all. I'm going to give the next guy credit if I see things that are better. There is things that Patrick Mahomes can do that's better than Tom Brady. There is things that Tom Brady that Tom Brady did that's better than Mahomes. So look, let these guys be great, man. We will revisit this GOAT discussion at a later date. But just let things play out, ladies and gentlemen. Pats fans, calm down, relax. Turn it down. Turn down the wine, bruh. It'd be cool. Oh, man. But, we wrapped up the 2024 NFL season. Your champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Eagles fans. Hey, it is what it is. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit to boxing, man. Friday night, a new WBO lightweight king was crowned, and it came from a brutal, vicious liver shot. Keyshawn the businessman Davis just made a power move, man. On Friday, under the bright lights in Madison Square Garden, and it gets no bigger than that for boxing. He turned the boxing world upside down with a devastating fourth-round knockout of Dennis Berinchek. I hope I said his name right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Securing the WBO lightweight title, in breathtaking fashion. In the fourth round, a minute 42 in the fourth round, Davis folded that man like a cheap lawn chair, proving once and for all that he's more than just a rising star. He's a problem in the lightweight division. And behind that KO, if you watch the fight, you can hear Bud Crawford, who was ringside. He was yelling for him to go to the body, man. And he listened, man. He listened. It was a nasty liver shot, straight out of Bud Crawford's playbook, man. Keyshawn had his hand raised, world champion. That's who he is, man. But Bud Crawford said after the fight, Davis has all the tools to take over the division. And, and look, after watching that fight, it's hard to argue, man. He is a good fighter, man. Of course, this fight had that pre-fight, racial incident. Berinchek sent Davis some watermelon and bananas. Yeah, buddy, that was racist. Well, so I'm glad you lost. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is, man. They made it personal, man. So, what's next, man? Are we gonna get Tank versus Keyshawn? I know Tank fights March 1st. And of course, he's gonna wax a dude, so it don't really matter. We fighting Roach, I think. Tank gonna punish a dude. But I know Tank wants to retire at the end of the year. So will we get that fight? I hope so. Bud Crawford said that he thinks that hey, that Keyshawn could have beat Tank. But Tank got that power, man. That might be a good fight, man. But we're looking at the lightweight division, man. The current champions. So you got WBO at Keyshawn Davis. Lomachenko got the IBF. Tank Davis got the WBA. WBC is Shakur Stevenson. I really want to see Tank versus Shakur Stevenson. That's been a fight that I've been wanting to see for years. I really don't want to see Lomachenko versus Tank. I could take Davis versus Lomachenko, but ultimately, since, Davis got the WBO, I want to see WBO versus WBA. Let them two Davis boys get in there and fight it out. So the party is just getting started for the lightweight division. Congratulations to Keyshawn Davis. He is the new WBO lightweight champion of the world at 135, businessman. Oh, man, let's shift old gears, man, to NBA at All-Star Saturday night was last night, man. Look, Mac McClung, three-peat. That's the only three-peat we going to get, man. The only three-peat we going to get is Mac McClung winning the slam dunk contest, man. Well, he has officially entered dunking royalty. The Orlando Magic's high fly. He's still in the G League, but I ain't gonna knock him. You know what I mean? That man, look, that boy can dunk. You know, so you know, he became the first player in NBA history to win 3 straight slam dunk titles. And he did it in flawless fashion, man. Every dunk was a perfect score. Every leap more ridiculous than the last. If you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram, I put all his dunks into like a little reel. But man, it was just crazy, man. You know, the dude is a complete showstopper. He leaped over a car, you know, finished with a two-handed slam, you know, they had the arena loose in their mind. I mean, each dunk was just crazy, man. So shout outs to him. You know, I do want to see the slam dunk contest have more star power in it. Like John Morant, where you at? Zion, where you at? Like, come on, like we have dunkers in the league that's actually like playing that don't want to be in the slam dunk contest. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Next year, we got to make it happen, bro. We have to make it happen. We got to make it happen, bro. Moving on to the 3-point contest. Man, so Tyler Herro from the Miami Heat took that one away. You know, Dame Lillard was trying to chase that three-peat in there, and he couldn't get it. So when Dame lost three-peat, I was like, oh, maybe you know, Mac ain't gonna win the slam dunk contest, and I was wrong. But Dame, man, look, man, he got ice cold, man. He was out in the first round. He only had 16 points. But shout out to Tyler Herro, you know, from the Miami Heat. You know, the sniper he lit it up from deep, outlasting Buddy Hield and Darius Garland in a heated final round to take home the 3-point contest trophy with a score of 24. So, you know, that right there was cool too. The skills competition had a little chaos. You know, like the team Cavs won, but there was some controversy with the Spurs. So, like the Cavs duo of Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell took home the skills challenge crown, showing off their all-around game to edge out Team Warriors. That was Draymond Green and Moses Moody in the final round. But the headline was Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul. They got disqualified. They tried to cheat in the challenge. They said the report said the Spurs teammates attempted to bypass key parts of the obstacle course, leading to their removal from the event. And a heated debate on sportsmanship. Crazy. Yeah, that was fun, man. And we're gonna look at the tonight. You know, we have the All-Star game, which is a little bit different. You know, it's a different format now. It's not your East versus West or team one player versus team another player. This I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It kicks off tonight at 8, you know, Eastern time. But so like here's the new format. So you got 4 teams, it's gonna be 1 champion. Instead of the usual all-star squads, we got 4 star-studded teams coached by NBA legends and also WNBA. So Team Shaq, you know, Shaquille O'Neal, got players consisting of like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. You got Team Chuck, Charles Barkley, who got the Joker. You got Giannis. You got Wemby on that squad. His more like the more international squad. Shaq's team is more like the OGs. And then you got Team Kenny with all the young guys. Ant. You got Darius Garland. You got Cade Cunningham. And then you got Team Candace, who's Candace Parker, WNBA legend. You know, so she got the Rising Stars challenge standouts from that game on Friday night. So the rules for this is it's a quick fire game to 40 points. No coasting, no drawn out quarters, just fast paced, high energy action. So right now, so what it looking like tonight, kicking off at like 8:20, you're going to get Team Kenny versus Team Chuck in the first game. And then around, I would say about like 9:10, these are all Eastern times. And then you're going to have Team Shaq versus Team Candace. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight will be the championship game. So the winners of those 2 games will meet each other in the finals, and they will go ahead and play. I'm hoping that it sounds like it's going to be more exciting, more entertaining than watching the All-Star games in the past, because except for back like in the old days, like back in like the 90s and the early part of 2000s, these past couple of years for the All-Star game has been very, very like, because you get like the first quarter of everybody just dunking, showing off things. Like you got all the dudes in there dunking that should have been in like the slam dunk contest. You know what I mean? Like everybody's doing like all these like crazy dunks, and then you go from that to we're just gonna just shoot threes. So the scores be like 200 to like 198 or something like that. But you know, like it's no competitive action until like maybe like the fourth quarter, and it's like the fourth quarter when there's like 5 minutes left and people just, oh, let's start playing defense. I think now with games is going to 40, it makes it more competitive. So, you know what I mean? Like you're coming out here to play for something. Like you guys are playing the 40. So it's not going to be a whole bunch of just like, you know, like we're going to come out here, we just going to just like coast. Like they're going to actually play ball. Like that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping that we get out of this. I hope so. If they do, then this could be real, real cool. Now, as far as the Saturday night stuff, like I said, if the major stars can't compete, don't want to compete in a slam dunk contest, I'm like, get rid of that. Or if you're going to keep it, get rid of the skills challenge or something, or just add in like a one-on-one tournament. Like, that'd be so cool. Like what the WNBA did, the Unrivaled League, which is new, their finals was like one-on-one games. If the NBA can do that, yo, that'd be so entertaining. Maybe they should. I know they asked Kyrie Irving about it. He was like, look, I want all the smoke. And if you think about it, man, Kyrie a bad boy, man. Like, one-on-one, I don't know who'd be able to take him, man. Because, man, look, what he got in his bag, man, is crazy. So, that'd be something interesting to see if they want to introduce something like that, like for like All-Star Weekend, maybe take like, you know, it ain't got to be like 32 guys, but, you know, a game to like 21 or something like that, 10, whatever, like, you know, 21, whatever. But just like bring more excitement to All-Star Weekend than what it is right now. Like I said, the slam dunk contest was okay because it was just like one guy. But we need more star power in that to make it more exciting. The three-point contest is cool. You can keep that. The skills competition, you know. But just add something else, you know. Make that more interesting, man. So, we got the All-Star game tonight. You know, the 4 teams. We'll see who's going to win. We'll recap that as well in the next episode. But for now, in closing, you know, hey, it's been a good week in sports. Oh, shout out to Juju Watkins, man, in the UC and a USC girls basketball team, man. Look, that was a good game on what was that, Thursday night? USC UCLA. They're gonna have a rematch on March 1st, so that's gonna be live too. Juju Watkins, man, look, she cold, bruh. She cold. It is crazy that we ain't gonna be able to see her in the WNBA for another like two years because of the age thing, the age limits and all that. It's 22 and she don't turn 22. She's a senior, so she's probably gonna play all 4 years at a USC. But man, look, that young lady cold, man. That young lady cold, man. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to March Madness coming up next month for both the men's and the women's. So we got a whole lot more sports, man. Like I said, we got Tank Davis fighting on March 1st. Right, there's a big one. We're going to break that one down. We're going to talk a little more NBA and everything. Any latest news in NFL coming up, we're going to get into that as well. But until next time, y'all be good out there, man. So this is Hub signing out from Game Time with Hub, man. Look, if you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, follow the pages, man. Instagram is Hub Legacy. TikTok, it's the same. And on Facebook is Game Time with Hub. So, follow me, like, subscribe, let's chop it up. I post a lot of stuff during the week, different sports things. We're going to get into wrestling soon, too. We're in the mix of WrestleMania season. We got Elimination Chamber coming up. So, look, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, you know. So, until next time, y'all, man. Y'all be cool. Y'all be real. Until then, it's your boy, man. I'm out, man. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Game Time with Hub. Make sure you like, And subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss Game Time action. See you next time.